Alright, bad news, gang. Well, I mean, it's not really bad. No, it's pretty bad news. But it's not all bad news. So my PS3 no longer can record stuff for some strange reason. I don't know if it's the cables or if it's the system itself, but as of right now, it is not able to record any kind of gameplay. Which, of course, means that Alone in the Dark is canceled, and that's where it's not quite bad news, because I am glad that that game I will not be finishing. So we are instead going to be moving to the second game that I wanted to do this year, Dead Space, which I am now playing on the Xbox One, because both of my 360 and my PS3 I can't record off of anymore for some strange reason. I don't know why they both, like, just within months of each other decided to not be recordable. But, yeah. This is a game I've wanted to do for years, and I'm very excited to finally be doing it. So let's just get a move on. Real quick, I'm gonna fiddle with some settings. Alright, so let's get this party started. Yeah, I'm not really too broken up about about Alone in the Dark, because I'd much rather play this game, which is a game that I love very dearly. And I would like to just pour one out for my fallen homies over at Visceral Games, including Gary Scarinopoulos.
Oh, hi! I didn't see you there. My name is Gary Scarinopoulos. I'm in charge of making sure Dead Space 3 is the scariest game you've ever played. One idea we're very excited to introduce in Dead Space 3, more flashlights, because you can't be scared of something if you can't see it.
But yeah, just EA doing what EA does best. However, I never really played any of the other games that Visceral made. This is when they were EA Redwood. Kind of the opposite of what happened to Capcom Vancouver. Where first they were Blue Castle, then they were Capcom Vancouver. Also, rest in peace.
It's me. I wish I could talk to you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about everything. I wish I could just talk to someone. It's all falling apart here. I can't believe what's happening. It's strange. Such a little thing.
How many times you watched that thing? Guess you really miss her. Don't worry, we're almost there. You'll be able to look her up once we're on board. Sounds like you do have a lot of catching up to do.
All right, everyone, we're here. Sinking our orbit now.
All this trouble over that chunk of rock.
Deep space mining is a lucrative business, Ms. Daniels. Aegis 7 is a gold mine according to prospectors' reports. Cobalt, silicon, osmium. Now, where is she? There she is. We have visual contact.
So that's Ishimura. Impressive.
The USG Ishimura. Biggest planet cracker in her class. And it looks like they already popped the cork.
Why is it all dark? I don't see any running lights.
Corporal, take us in closer and hail them. And stay clear of that debris field. We're here to fix their ship, not the other way around.
USG Ishimura, this is the emergency maintenance team of the USG Kellion responding to your distress call. Come in, Ishimura.
You're gonna need to boost the signal if their power's low.
Yes, we know. Boost the signal. More.
Never heard of a total communications blackout on one of these things. You'd think with 1,000 people on board, someone would pick up the phone.
What is that?
It's a busted array like we thought. Sounds like they're having problems with their encoder. You get us down there and Isaac and I can fix it. 48 hours max.
All right, you heard the lady. Take us in. Let's see what needs fixing.
Gravity tethers engaged. Automatic docking procedures a go.
What the hell?
Sir, the auto dock.
What is it?
We're off track. We're gonna hit the hull.
Hit the blast shields. That guidance tether's damaged. Switch to manual, now.
Inside the magnetic field? Are you insane? Abort!
No! We can make it inside. Corporal, I gave you an order.
The field's too strong.
Another happy landing.
Is everyone okay?
What? What the hell were you thinking? Were you trying to get us killed?
I just saved our asses, Miss Daniels.
Oh, if you turn the camera around here, you can see Isaac's little baby boy face
Now settle down. Let's get
way before you're supposed to.
I'm not getting any readings from the port booster, and we've lost comms and autopilot. It'll take some time to fix.
All right, let's get some extra hands from flight deck to help out.
Hold still, Isaac. I'm syncing up everyone's rig with the ship. Okay, we're done. Clean bill of health for everyone.
All right, we've still got a job to do. We're moving out.
So this is Isaac Clarke, a silent protagonist until they decide that they didn't want that to be the case anymore in the second game. His name is, of course, a thinly veiled reference to both authors Isaac Asimov and Arthur C. Clarke, both science fiction writers. It's pretty silly. I think it's a pretty silly name, if I'm being completely honest here. You know, it's just like it's pretty silly. Look at that guy. Speaking of pretty silly, also speaking of pretty silly, you might recognize this guy. Well, he is literally covered in darkness right now. But the actor lent both his face and his voice to this character of Hammond. They spared no expense. But you might recognize him as the "This is madness" guy from 300 that Gerard Butler kicks down a pit and then, you know, says, "Madness, this is Sparta." I can't break that now? Huh. Yeah, so one of the things about doing... Sorry, my alarm just went off for some reason. I don't know why that did that. But yeah, one of the things about this this playthrough
Seems like everyone was trying to
that I wanted to do was I wanted to go with a completed save on the PS3
Well, there's not.
where I had Isaac all powered up and everything, and we would just like zoom through this game and show how it's less of a horror game and more of a fun action game.
Get that elevator back online.
Because, you know, I really don't play these games for the, like, oh, I'm so scared. You know, this game is not scary, especially when you've played it more than once. The first time through, it's a very, very scary game, because the enemies can come out of anywhere at any time. But then when you play it the second time, you realize, oh, I know exactly where they're going to come out of and when. So it's less than scary. I'd say it's still a tense game. It gives me anxiety sometimes, but it's mainly not an issue.
Huh, that doesn't look good. She's taken a lot of damage.
The tram system's offline. Getting around's gonna be difficult. The air seems to be flowing again. That's a start.
Wait, there was no air before this point? That doesn't make any sense.
What the hell was that?
Automatic quarantine must have tripped when the filtration system restarted. Everybody relax.
What was that? Did you hear that?
Not sure.
What the hell? I don't know. Something's in the room with us.
Oh, hey, buddy. Look at that guy.
Jesus! Overfire! Overfire!
Overfire!
Come on. Got it.
Isaac, get the hell out of there!
The door's unlocked.
Do I have to? Look, there's a buddy coming in. We just want to make friends here. Yeah, so this beginning is just one of those things that I've played so many goddamn times. Hey, guy. Oh no, he hurt me. That's weird. Usually... Oh, wait, no, never mind. It still happens. I was gonna say, usually there's a thing where he gets killed by the door. It's very good. Very good game. So yeah, obviously the things that these are... this game is inspired by... I'm a fan of them. It's obviously, I think, very, very heavily inspired by Resident Evil 4. That's very clear. Just by the way that Isaac controls, and it's, you know, inspired by Alien, which is the best of the Alien movies. Alright, I got it. Yep, I know how to do it. I've played the game numerous times. And it's inspired by The Thing, which is a very good horror movie. Oh yeah, let's stomp this guy out. This is one of the only things that I think doesn't work very well in this game, and I guess the series as well. I don't really remember how it was in Dead Space 2. Mostly because I don't like that game, I don't play it very often. But the dismemberment always looked very silly to me. The dismemberment of these guys, anyway. Now that we have those... Now that we have our plasma cutter, we can, of course, break these original Xboxes. And good lord, that guy just needs to shut up. Seriously. Whoops, wrong button. So this is, I guess, the first enemy, which is a Necromorph, which is a great name. Just an absolutely fantastic name. Usually a good thing to do is to smash them, because usually they give you items, but there it is. Yeah, I think one of the smart... God damn, I feel like I should remap that. Can I remap that? Because I keep going to stomp, but I am instead swinging, which I'm not used to. I don't know if that's different on other consoles, or I don't know. I think it's just because of the controller. I'm not used to the Xbox One controller because I don't like the Xbox One. What was I talking about? Yeah. Let me move. What is this?
This is Benson. Everybody listen up. They're using the vents. That's how they're getting around the ship. Stay away from down. Get back. Get back.
Oh, there goes a spooky man. Yeah, the game, it becomes kind of like a haunted house. After a while, like, once you've played it, you just realize, like, oh, everything here is scripted. If there was an air of randomness to the enemies' placements, I think this could have better replayability, and it would always be scary.
We ran into more of them on the way over here. Are you okay?
More what? What the hell are those things? Is that the crew?
Keep your voice down. Whatever they are, they're not friendly, and half the doors on this ship are locked because of the quarantine. Now, we have to get to the bridge. But first, we gotta repair the tram system.
You're crazy, Hammond. You're gonna get us all killed.
If you listen to me, I will get you out of here alive. Now, what's wrong with the tram?
The data board is fried, but there should be a spare in the maintenance bay. There's also a broken tram blocking the tunnel that needs to be repaired. Damn it! Everything is on the other side of this quarantine. We can't reach it from here.
No, we can't. But you can. Isaac, if I can get to the bridge, I should be able to access the personnel files. You fix the tram, and I'll help you find Nicole.
That sounds just swell. Ugh, lady, shut up. Yeah, I think this is really the only game in the series that's, like, really perfect. I mean, I have some issues with it, but I would consider it as close to perfect as this series got. Dead Space 2 I was super excited for before it came out, but man, that game is a gigantic disappointment. Are you dead? Yes, you are. And I've actually never played Dead Space 3. I have it, but I've never played it. So maybe at some point, you know, I'll do like a blind walkthrough of that.
This is Benson, Tram Engineering. We think we figured it out. Smith killed one. Listen, forget about shooting him in the body. You gotta cut off the limbs. Grab a cutter, anything like that. Cut him apart.
Why does this guy fall down there? It's so stupid. Like I said, it's like a haunted house. It's very predictable, but it's still, the gameplay is amazing.
Shooting them in the body didn't seem to work. Go for the limbs. Dismember them.
Yeah, I've already killed 2. Ugh. Best way to do it, I find, and have always done, shoot them in the legs first, and then shoot their heads off. That's the best way to do it. And see, that's all a game needs to do to be creepy, in my opinion, is to use whale noises. Because I don't know if I've ever talked about this before, but I have a fear of whales. I think they're creepy. I think they're too big. And I think they're scarier than sharks. I'm more worried about finding a shark in the water than I am finding a... or no, I'm more worried about finding a whale in the water than finding a shark. Because, I don't know, what if you're swimming by some krill, and,
Looks like that
you know, it just eats you up.
Isaac. Try using the stasis module you just picked up.
Yeah, I'm already through the door, game. Where am I going? That way. So I'm going to take a look over here. Oh, this is the bathroom. Good. I think there's, yeah, some health packs in here. God damn, I can't see anything. But yeah, whales are scary, and whenever games use... Man, I can't even see where I'm going. Whenever games use whale noises, it's appropriately spooky. Plasma cutter, plasma cutter. I don't think I can open that. What kind of weird, fucked up world is this, where there's no urinals here, there's just toilets? Might as well just have everything be unisex. But yeah, I'll get into Dead Space 2 when we get to that, but yeah, I'm not a fan, I guess you could say. Power node.
Your stasis module should be able to help you with that arm mechanism.
Power nodes are going to be very, very useful. Oh look, here's some bodies. Now, you don't really need to do this at this point in the game to dismember the, like the human guys, but eventually throughout the game it will actually become kind of important.
Listen up, car 8 is trashed. We managed to get it back to the repair depot, but now the autoloader is fried. I need a stasis module brought down here now. We'll get this piece of shit off the track. It's gonna jam up the whole system.
See, there you go. And of course, that just becomes less than scary when you know, oh, that guy's gonna pop out there. Is that the one that retracts? Or no? Yes, this is the puzzle here. I wouldn't say this game is very puzzle-oriented, but, oh, god damn it. But this is certainly what's happening here. Yeah, I know there's a necromorph behind me. Just assume, if you're doing something, there's probably always a necromorph behind you. Don't retract, goddammit. What's the other game like that, where you could just kind of always assume that there's a man somewhere near your position?
Isaac, you did it. The tram is blocking the whole system. When you get the computer online, you'll be able to call the tram from the control room. Faster the better. I can hear something crawling around out there.
I don't know if it's intentional or not, but the ragdolling on the enemies, I feel like it makes it look like they're still alive sometimes. And I don't know. I don't know if it's intentional or not. It's pretty, it's smart if it's intentional. If it's unintentional, hey, great.
Tram replacement complete.
Alright. Can we go now? I don't know why I needed to sit there and watch that. There's a weird enemy up there. What is that? We haven't seen that before. Wait, what? Why can't I pick that up? Let me use that and then pick that up. Alright then. I have a lot of health packs. Like, way more than I feel like I should have at this point in the game. Suck my dick, door. You can't stop me. Are we gonna get introduced to those guys yet, or no? Yes. Now, I forget the names of these guys. I feel like they're called Leapers, but I don't know. This game has some really great enemy designs, in my opinion. Not very memorable names, though. Like, Necromorph is a great name, but that's like the species. These guys are called slashers, I think. Which is just like, alright, that's what they do, they slash, so we're gonna call them slashers. Not that
Isaac,
other series are better than that.
System. It took some work, but I've got the door to the maintenance bay unlocked. The data board should be somewhere inside.
Like, oh, these guys have big tongues and they lick people. What should we call them? Lickers? Genius. Yeah, that's when you're supposed to, like, run down there and then that guy jumps up and spoops you, but he can't spook me. I know his tricks. There's a couple points in the game where I think it gets a little overwhelming.
It's Kendra. It looks like the door to the storage room is locked. There should be a key somewhere in the maintenance bay.
Like, I remember specifically this part was one of those, the first time I played it, I, like, inched my way through this room because I was absolutely terrified of, like, what was gonna come next. Because it's spooky. Let's use this. Come on, guys. Whoa, hold on. There we go. There's a guy behind me, yeah. Just like I said, anytime that you are in a room, in a big room especially, just assume there's a guy behind you. Alright, you could suck my dick. Suck off, fuck off. Come on. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong button. I'm actually getting overwhelmed here. How are there this many enemies? I might die here. I've never gotten cornered by these guys before. That's kind of weird. See, my cocky attitude is going to disappear now that I'm Let's Playing it. Because, it's going to say, wait a minute, you think that you're going to get through this game just fine and dandy because you've played it so many times? Fuck you. Here's an extra enemy that you didn't remember about. I'm supposed to go that way. So I'm going to go the other way, because fuck it. Screw it. Hey, buddy. I think I accidentally just activated that guy. He was probably supposed to activate on my way back, I would imagine. Maybe I'll go throughout the room and just activate a bunch of guys. Let's see. I know one of these rooms, I think, takes a power node to open. I don't know if I'll waste the power node on that or if I'm just gonna pump them all into upgrades for Isaac, because that's what they're mainly good for. Which I think is a good way to do this game. You know, like Resident Evil 4, it's it's unclear, kind of, I think, how you are supposed to upgrade yourself with, you know, combining all the herbs. And then you upgrade stuff with the merchant. I think the power nodes way is a good way to do it. This game is just very fun. I enjoy this game quite a bit. And I downloaded the Xbox, what do you call it? The Xbox costume, like the suit, the rig for Isaac, which I think is way better looking than the PlayStation 3 version. Because the PlayStation 3 version is like completely dark, and in an already dark game, it just doesn't look good. Whereas the Xbox 360 version has like it's just white with green, which I think just looks cooler anyway. So as soon as we get to a store, I'll probably go ahead and equip that, and then that'll probably be our suit for the rest of the game, because I don't think you can change it after that. I hate when you accidentally pick up these text logs, which I will not be reading because I don't need to. Also, I'm here to play a video game, not read, god damn it. Yeah, the plasma cutter will eventually become... Like, honestly, I think it's still... Like, at the end of the game, still good to use as your primary weapon. I've done, you know, many just plasma cutter runs. I think you get a trophy for it, or an achievement for it, or whatever. But, yeah. It's a very good weapon. Especially when you upgrade it. Because it could just knock fools away. Is this door open yet? No? When do we come back here? Oh, alright, yeah, I just used the thing. Actually, I don't know what I used there, because I just was mashing the button. Just use that and pick that up. Reload that, I don't need to. You are a data board. Oh, I was supposed to come in here. So that means I have 2 of these now. Yep, got it. I've got it. I think I'm gonna throw everything into the plasma cutter for now. Capacity, sure. Usually, I'll buy the power nodes because it's only 10,000 a pop, and you tend to get money pretty quickly in the game. Like, how much do I have now? 15,000? Yeah, I've already got enough for a power node.
That's it, Isaac. Take the board back to tram control and plot it into the computer array. That should give the tram system back online.
God, he looked goofy turning that corner. He was like, "Hey guys, I'm here." Do you have anything? Yes, you do. God damn it, of course there's a guy behind me. I forgot the golden rule. I want you to give me ammo. There's almost certainly, there's a guy pretending to be dead over here, which I think is one of my favorite things that the game can do, because you know, sometimes you don't remember who you've killed and who you haven't killed. Of course, I do, because I remember everything like that. But oh no, the game has just been made infinitely less scary because my dog picked up something that squeaks. Chopper, come on. You gonna stop squeaking, buddy? Because that's really not gonna help the atmosphere of the game. Now, I don't know why I wasn't able to hit him quick enough there. Oh, that's weird. Hello? He wasn't dead. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I've never seen them play dead so well. Usually that's pretty telling. You know, another thing you're really not supposed to do, and they don't want you to do, is to, like, run through the game. Because, you know, they assume that there's going to be enemies all over the place, and it kind of breaks the game when you just run around.
Tram control computer now online.
Hey guys, how you guys doing?
Shipwide tram system reinitialized. All trams
That's going to be very helpful.
Tram arriving
Pretty
at
much for the entire game.
Quarantine lifted.
There wouldn't be a game if there was no tram.
Alright, we're on board and heading to the bridge. Good work.
Nice.
Strange. The quarantine just lifted.
Whatever was in the flight lounge must have left. That's lucky for us. Isaac, get back to the Kellion and prep it for launch. We'll find out what we can from the bridge and meet you there.
If we live that long, you're out of your league, Hammond. This is suicide. We're going to die out
here. Your lack of confidence in me is duly noted, Miss Daniels. But I have a mission to complete, and that's exactly what I am going to do, with or without you. You understand each other?
Just get us out of here alive.
Yeah, fat chance. I don't remember. Do I go right back to the tram, or do I try and actually get out of here? Dad? Weird. No, I think we try and get back to the Yeah. Back to the Killian. Which is kind of... The game is very backtracky, but I think it's backtracky in a way that's similar to, like, BioShock, which is another game that I would kind of compare this to. Just in the way that, you know, you play some silent dude that, is getting bossed around by everybody. And you go from here to there, and then you go back here and there. So I think it's pretty, yeah, you can just, like, meet up with this guy before he gets in there. And there is almost certainly someone behind me. Ow. I think there's a guy to my side now, too, now. Another thing that the game wants you to do, but I very rarely do, is they want you to use the stasis to, like, pause those guys in midair. But I've never really done that. Some of the floating guys, not the floating guys, but the flying guys, I do that with, but it's not really something that I do very often.
We made it to the bridge. It's a nightmare up here. No survivors.
No survivors.
We're going to try to get to the command computer. Wish us luck.
Crashing this spaceship with no survivors. Was there another thing? I feel like there was another box here, but I guess it's gone now. There was a hole here, it's gone now. Oh, is this one? No, can't. There we go. Love being able to do that, even though you really shouldn't. You can also just move Isaac by doing this. Like, you can eventually just move him forward like this. I'd like to do a run of this game eventually where I don't do any other movement options other than this. I think that could be pretty fun. Like, those guys are the only guys that I like to freeze, because they can be pretty annoying when they're just flying around. I think this guy was supposed to do more. Again, the game kind of falls apart, I feel like, when you know what you're doing. But it's still, I'm here for the gameplay, I'm not here for the spoops. Yeah, I'll load. Uh-oh. I've never actually stayed in there to see what would happen. I bet it won't explode on you. At least I would imagine not. It seems like it's probably pretty scripted. Yeah, I don't think the emergency crews are going to be any help. I don't know why I said it like that. The emergency crews. Whoa, boy. Oh, did you see that? That was weird. Look, there's some weird stuff going on here. I think maybe it's the Xbox One emulation, maybe.
What happened to the shuttle?
That was our ride home. It's the only way off the ship.
Kendra.
No, Hammond! This changes everything!
Just let me think. Can you access the command computer?
It's no good. There's an executive lockdown of all primary systems. Without the captain's authorization, I can't access them.
Well, where's the captain?
Here he is. Captain Benjamin Mathias. Location? Med lab. Status? Deceased.
What? How?
I can't access that information. Find the captain and you'll find his rig. With his authorization codes, I can crack this computer wide open.
Damn it. Isaac, I'm sending the tram back to your location. Get to the medical deck and find that rig as fast as you can.
What was that?
Oh, very spooky indeed. Oh my god. As soon as I say spooky, he just picks up the, whatever that is, and just, oh my god, that's a mood ruiner there, Chopper. That is not good. Okay. Let's grab that. I'm gonna need to upgrade the rig soon, because there is not a lot of room in my inventory. And I think that needs to be fixed post-haste. I think we just go right to the tram, right? I don't think there's anything else. For as many times as I've played this goddamn game, you'd think I'd know. Think I'd know what's going on. But I do not. Yeah, I think most of the chapters can be completed pretty quickly. Again, once you know what you're doing, this game is a cakewalk. Yep, I got it. Got it. See if we can't buy that suit. I don't know if I have to buy it or not. It might be free. Level 2 suit. There we go, the elite suit. It's kind of a shame that you can't change out of the suit, like, somewhere down the line. Because I do like some of the, like, late game suits. But, this suit, I think, is a level 5. So it's pretty well, you know, it's pretty well equipped. It might have given us new inventory and stuff, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, I don't actually know. I'll have to take a look at that. Pulse rifle... Wide beam, that's kind of like the shotgun. I think I'm gonna grab that. Even though I don't really use a lot of the other guns in the game, the plasma cutter is still my favorite. That's not gonna be annoying at all, Chopper. Not at all. I don't have any more, right? Rig, hit points. Alright, so I have to get like 4 plasma or 4 power nodes until I can actually do anything substantial to the rig. And what is my inventory looking like? Did that give me anything new? Is this all stuff I can use now? I sure hope so. But anyway, that is it for the first level.